What's up, guys? Marjack79 here, and what we have here today is I am going to talk about The Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, the Champion's Ballad, the new DLC that came out on the Video Games Live event. So I actually just now got a chance to really sit down and play it and enjoy it. Because if you've been following my channel, you know I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and I just recently finished that as well. There is a review for that up as well if you want to check that out. Now, on to the game. So let me start off by saying that the Champion's Ballad is definitely end of game content. This is not for the faint of heart. This is not easy. The game sets the standard right off from the very start. They start you off from the Shrine of Resurrection. They give you a weapon. It's called the one-hit obliterator. So the thing about it is that you can defeat your opponent with one hit, but when you're using the weapon, you can also be defeated in one hit. That definitely changes up the game tremendously. You have to be extremely careful on this section, which is the very beginning of the DLC. I actually hopped back into it without playing Zelda for at least the past four or 5 months. So I mean, it's almost had to retrain myself on how to play the game. It was 4 shrines and 4 battles to get through with the one hit. So, but somehow I was able to make it through after a whole bunch of trial and error. No, that's not to say that I didn't not enjoy it. It was definitely challenging, and definitely brought a new aspect to the game. But maybe if they would have started it off a little bit slower. So now after you get through that portion of it, it definitely gets slightly easier after that. But you know, it's still challenging. I mean, you're still solving puzzles. So within the meat of the DLC, in total, you're getting 17 shrines, 1 dungeon, and 1 new boss battle. And then, of course, you also have your treasures that you can hunt for and collect as well. And it was all fun. It was absolutely all fun. If you played through The Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, you know exactly what to expect. It's more of the same. You know, if it's definitely follows the philosophy. If it's not broke, then why fix it? So I mean, if you enjoyed this game, then you're definitely going to enjoy the DLC. Once you complete the 17 shrines in the dungeon and the boss battle, you're looking at your reward right here. This awesome motorcycle. This is definitely the new standard for Zelda travel, guys. I never want to get on a horse again. This thing is very fun. It does run out of fuel, so you're gonna have to have a whole bunch of materials and whatnot to fill it back up with fuel if you're planning on traveling across the entire world map. But that's okay, because I enjoyed every minute of it. Now, if you're wondering, like, how come this guy put out his review of this so late? This DLC came out a while ago. I mean, like I said, I was playing Assassin's Creed, and I wanted to finish that first. It is definitely against my gaming religion to stop midway through a game and try to do something else. I like to finish what I start first before I'm moving on to something else, so I can feel like I got my money's worth. Some other positives to point out, like I said, obviously the motorcycle, more shrines, another dungeon, and a new boss battle is definitely the highlight of the DLC. Then another new crazy aspect of the DLC is that it makes you redo the Divine Beast boss battles again, and you don't get to use your weapons that you acquired throughout your adventure. You have to use a set number of weapons and arrows and armor that the game gives you itself, and that definitely makes each battle more difficult, at least from my perspective, from when I originally did each boss battle. And it was definitely a welcomed challenge. I think the only one that I had a lot of trouble on was the elephant boss. I think the one that takes place within the water. But other than that, I defeated the other ones with ease, I would say. Now, if I had to point out any negatives, I would definitely say there's not really any new enemy types other aside from the new boss battle. But I will go as far as to say that the new boss battle is definitely one of the highlights, not only in just the DLC, but the entire game. I would say this was probably my second favorite boss battle, right up there with the Calamity Ganon. Not Final Beast Form Ganon. I didn't really like that part, but the Calamity Ganon, yeah, for sure. Also, there's not really any new areas to explore either. I mean, it's still the same Hyrule. They didn't really add any new huge areas other than the shrines to explore with your motorcycle. So that's kind of a letdown. I mean, it's not huge. I mean, more of a nitpick than anything else. But I think I would have liked to see a brand new area to explore aside from just placing more content on the same map. So I think the major question is this DLC, the Master Quest plus the Champions Ballad, is it worth the $20? I would say absolutely. I think them both in total, you're getting at least 30 to 35 hours worth of gameplay here, and you don't even get that in some full-fledged $60 games. So it's definitely a reason to hop back into this grand adventure, and what, in my opinion, it's definitely easy deserving of Game of the Year, which it already has won at numerous Game of the Year awards. So if I had to give it, the DLC specifically, a score, I would think I would go an 89 out of 100. And then adding on to the overall package, the DLC plus the main game itself, I think I would stick with my original 99 out of 100. I don't think any game is perfect, but I think this is probably about as close as you can possibly get. With that, guys, I think we'll go ahead and close out the video here. If you liked what you saw, do me a favor and go ahead and look towards the left side of the screen to hit that like button for me. I would really appreciate it. That helps me out a lot. And if you want to see more videos concerning the Legend of Zelda or Nintendo or video games in general, you can look towards the right and hit that big red subscribe button for me. You can follow me at youtube.com/marjack79. And you can follow me at facebook.com/marjack79. I would really appreciate it. And until then, I hope to see you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, and P.S. I plan on either playing a Hellblade or Nier Automata for PlayStation 4 next. Comment below on what game you think I should play next. All right, until then, I will see you guys on the next one. I'll catch you later, guys. Bye.